What's going on, YouTube? Haven't made a video in like a week and a half, and I think the reason for that was because I'm really just analyzing things and looking at my environment, becoming more aware about what's really going on in the world. And well, the more I see and the more I start to understand, the more, or actually the less, I kind of want to speak. But also at the same time, I understand that it's important to speak. It's important to speak up. It's important to make other people aware about what's going on. And also just how serious it is. Right? And the seriousness with what is happening in the world right now isn't so much necessarily the physical consequences. Right? Scriptures say, do not fear the one who can kill the body. Fear the one that can kill the body and the soul. The Most High is the only one that can do that. Lucifer can kill the body. Man can kill the body. But there's only one man that can destroy both body and soul. Ultimately, he holds the keys to both places, heaven and hell. And so it is important for us to speak up and make other people aware, just to wake up. So I would much prefer to just share scripture, which is what I kind of have been doing on my social media accounts. But for my YouTube account, I would really love to kind of drill home a point in this video about just how serious this is. And a lot of people aren't taking their life very seriously. And I'm talking about their soul. And it's nothing to, and for example, you get started, let's see if I can hold the camera right. You get started talking about stuff like this, and people got an issue with it. People got a problem with it. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to talk about spiritual things. They don't want to talk about death. They don't want to talk about their soul. They just want to watch TV, hang up Christmas lights, do all this other stuff that is going on just like the patterns of the world does. They want to be and conform just like everyone else, and want to ignore the core reasons of actually why we are in existence. A lot of people are deceived. They're blinded, not just by the media, but ultimately, the Most High has turned his face against them, turned his ear away, to where he's not hearing a lot of people right now, because people are failing to seek the truth. They're failing to seek knowledge. They are failing to seek wisdom. The scriptures say, my people perish for their lack of knowledge, their lack of knowing, lack of understanding. Out of all you're getting, get understanding. And, it's strange and it's funny, because March 2020, almost 2 years ago now, I remember the feeling that I got, the feeling of fear, for a little bit. I had the feeling of fear. I started to feel that feeling when the media came out and the market took a big dip. And I was with the girl at the time and people freaking out, and it started to get to me a little bit. But I realized, and I came back to who I was and that understanding, right? That he's not given me a spirit of fear, but of peace, of love, and a sound mind. And I remember that feeling of fear, so I made a decision, I came to the truth, and I realized, okay, that feeling, that's not how I'm supposed to live. That's not how I'm going to live. So when I bring up stuff like these videos or this topic, people automatically, and when I say automatically, I mean automatically, their mind automatically reverts to me or someone else that speaks on topics like these, automatically assumes that they're living in fear. Clearly that's not the case. Clearly the case is an understanding of who it is that we are, who it is that I am, and waking up to the fact to where, you decide to make a change in your life. You decide to turn away from the things of the world. And, if we come to the realization that literally everything in this world, that we've been born into, and into this system, right, is meant to mentally enslave us, but also at the same time, it's meant to take us to hell. That's the truth about it. As glorious as and I'm not talking about the things that Yah made. I'm not talking about nature, the trees and things like that. I'm talking about what man has made, including technology. All of this stuff, all of it, is meant to distract you. It's meant to distract a person and get their mind to not focus on their soul. That's kind of the summary of this matrix system. Is for you not to focus on your soul. For you to be delusional, for you to be confused, for you just to not even know what to believe or what to think anymore. A world so full of information, so crowded of information, so crowded with opinions and distractions coming from everything that you see on the highway to everything that pops up on your news feed on your phone, to distract you from your soul and where you're going to be headed next. And you see, then there's those that say, well, I'm going where I want to go after this life, after I die. Well, truth is, if you do some studying and do some research and develop some common sense, you'll realize that, we're not all going to the same place. There's going to be judgment. There's judgment happening now. A lot of the things in the Bible, people will say that happened 2,000 years ago. That was a long time ago, right? I've been alive 50 years. I've been alive 60 years, right? See, the thing about it, though, is that all we know from those who are older than me, and those who are younger than me, and those who are right at the same age as me or right in between, all we have and all we know is right now. That's it. There's nothing else that there is except for right now. And there is no past, right? The past is gone. What's happened in the past is the past. All we have is right now. And if we understand that and we start to live in the present moment and gain a grasp of reality for what it is and for what's happening right now, we will see that history repeats itself continuously. And all of what we've read through history, all of what we've seen and were shown, which most of it's lies, but a lot of it's covered up lies, right? All of it's just happening right now, and nobody's paying attention. Nobody's paying attention to the very, very little things. Nobody's asking themselves nobody's asking themselves questions, enough questions, the right questions, to be able to come to an understanding about the times that we're in right now. So, if anything out of this video, I want to encourage you to wake up, to seek. Seek and you shall find. Knock and the door will be open unto you. Seek the truth. If anything, my purpose, and as I'm gaining more clarity through prayer and meditation and also fasting, reading the Word, as I'm gaining more clarity of my own purpose, and I'm really just watching, just being a watchman. I'm really just watching what's going on. And I'm seeing the changes. And it's changing, and it's happening very, very fast. Very, very fast. And people are just dead asleep to it. A lot of people just do not see what is going on right now. They're too distracted by money, their job, their career, loving their own life, and they can't see what's about to hit, and actually what has already hit in Australia, Austria. I have friends in other countries that can confirm this stuff for me. Maybe I'll do a video, with like a, sharing on my screen and stuff like that at home or whatnot. But with all this being said, today is a day that Yah has made. Either way, let us rejoice and be glad in it. Shalom.